So hey guys, it's Zyant again, and look at this! Medal of Honor Warfighter! I've been playing this game a little bit, too much, too late into the night, and I'm exhausted. I'm recording this at 3 o'clock, and I should be in bed right now. Regardless, Medal of Honor has this fun factor for me that's like the Call of Duty or Battlefield fun factor, in that it doesn't make me giggle and clap my hands and say, oh, this is so much fun. Instead, it's just the, oh, I can do one more game. I can do one more game. It's not that bad. I can do one more game. It's that fun factor. But specifically today, I wanted to talk about the gunplay of Medal of Honor and Battlefield, and Call of Duty as well, because the Medal of Honor series, at least with the 2010 edition and Warfighter, have tried to sort of bridge the gap between Call of Duty and Battlefield. Or at least I think that's the case. And so I hope that, if nothing else, you enjoy the gameplay. The first thing I noticed when I picked up some of the Medal of Honor guns is that compared to Call of Duty, even Call of Duty Black Ops, which was a very recoil-heavy game, and Battlefield, which is also fairly recoil-heavy, these guns have serious recoil, like on a level that I haven't actually seen in a shooter, or at least not a shooter I've played. And that's a good thing, because if almost all of the guns are laser beams, and they kill in 2 or 3 bullets, yes, the game is fast because everyone dies all the time, there's a sense of challenge that simply disappears. For example, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the ACR, the SCAR, the FAMAS, the M16, even the AK-47 and TAR-21, none of them had any significant recoil that would stop you from taking out a guy in 3 bullets from across the map. And of course, Call of Duty is a twitch shooter for a reason. If you don't kill quickly and you don't have really quick reflexes, you're not going to win as many fights. The same goes for Warfighter in a lot of ways. Guns kill in about the same speed as Battlefield, but I feel like that on the dedicated servers, or at least the games I've played on, the hit detection is good enough that 3 or 4 bullets will put a guy down, and it feels a lot of the time like you're being insta-killed. Now, of course, there's the argument that in Battlefield you're insta-killed all of the time because the headshot modifier is big enough, and the guns kill quick enough, and the hit detection is just good enough that if a guy gets 2-3 bullets onto your chest and the recoil pulls it up to your head, then yeah, you've insta-killed that person. Now, of course, with Battlefield, the maps are large enough and the lines of sight long enough that you'll be at your minimum damage for a lot of the time, and so you'll have to really pepper the trigger. And while I didn't want this to become a conversation about map design, I feel like if you're going to balance any gun in any game, you have to consider how your maps are built. Oh, quick side note, I realized pretty much at this point that I'm playing with Ernest Lee, which was cool because I've never played with him before, and he gets a 6-man guided missile, which I wish I could do on a regular basis. Medal of Honor takes the Call of Duty-like approach of small maps, shorter sight lines, lots of flanking routes, not much cover, a lot of head glitches, and so the bullets kill in about the same rate as they do in Battlefield, but because everything is relatively more close quarters, the game moves faster. The small to medium-sized Call of Duty maps are the same, even though the lines of sight can be long in those games, even in the Infinity Ward games where they really like the close-quarter battles. Everything is contained enough that you can get 3 or 4 bullets on target quickly and efficiently, consistently enough that enemies die, and you can move up, or you can be shot from the side. All of the Warfighter maps I've found, unlike some Call of Duty maps, they are all very contained. And granted, I've only played combat missions because that's what me and Skulls and Spads have been playing mostly. So when Danger Close went into their gun mechanics and said, how do we make this a fair game across the board with the weapons, they thought, well, Battlefield has fairly high recoil, which is fine, but because our maps are so contained and the action's so frenetic, we need to put in some kind of equalizer. And so for a lot of the weapons, they put in tremendous amounts of recoil to compensate for the fact that people die really quickly in this game. And recoil is a balance issue But what I find really interesting about Warfighter is that weapon balance is also map balance. Warfighter doesn't have my favorite maps of any first-person shooter. I'll make that clear right now. But if the gunplay was any different, if it were incredibly low recoil, like Call of Duty, or moderate recoil, high damage, like Battlefield, it wouldn't play the same, or as well, I don't think. The game would be too fast. You would die so quickly and so frequently that the game would be more frustrating than it needs to be. I mean, no shooter is without its frustrations. But the goal of any multiplayer first-person shooter designer is to minimize as much frustration as possible. And I think with the recoil that Danger Close added to Warfighter, they've come really close to that magic value.